I'm Judy Gallantine. I'm a second grade teacher at Nevada City Elementary School, and this is our third year being filmed, reading our books for you.
Hi, my name is Cabrina, and I'm going to read Tom Kitten. Here is Tom Kitten with his sisters, Mittens and Moppet. And here is their mother, Mrs. Tabitha Twitchett, dressing them in clean clothing for a tea party. Tom Kitten has a blue suit, and Moppet and Mitten wears pinafore dresses. But when they play in the garden, they lose their nice clean clothes. Thank you for listening to me read. Hi, my name is Jeff, and I'm going to read Mummies in the Morning. Wow, she whispered. Look at this. She held up a book about ancient Egypt. Jack caught his breath. He took the book from her. A green silk bookmark stuck out of it. Jack turned to the page with the book marked. There was a picture of a pyramid. Going toward the pyramid was a long parade for huge cows. 4 huge cows with horns were pulling a sled. On the sled was a long gold box. Many Egyptians were walking. Behind the sled, at the end of the parade, was a sleek black cat. Let's go there, whispered Annie. Let's go there, whispered Annie. Now wait, said Jack. He wanted to study the book a bit more. Pyramids, Jack said. Pyramids, Jack said Annie. You love pyramids. It was true. Pyramids were high on his list of favorite things. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to find out how the book ends, you can check this book at your local library. Hi, my name's Eric, and I'm going to read Froggy's Halloween. At last it was the night before Halloween, and all through the house there was creaking sounds and scratching sounds. Froggy was scared. He shivered in bed and imagined ghosts and goblins and werewolves and witches. Witches! Zap! I know, cried Froggy. I'll be the Frog Prince for Halloween. And in the morning he put on his black cape, swish, put on his mom's black tights, zip, put on his slick black wig. Zat plunked on a gold crown. Zunk, and flashed his mighty sword. Ta-da! At the Halloween parade at school, the girls thought he looked cute, especially Frogolina. And that night when the dark crept in, all the ghosts and goblins crept out to trick or treat. Boo! Princess Frogolina leapt out and chased after the Frog Prince to give him a kiss. Eek! Cried Froggy. He was never more scared in his life. He leapfrogged over his mother. He leapfrogged over his father. He leapfrogged over his friend Max and flopped up Max's steps. Flop, flop, splat. He tripped on the porch, and Frogolina fell on top of him. The door flew open, and uh-oh, there stood the wickedest witch in the world. Trick or treat, squeaked Froggy. Thank you for letting me read. If you want to read this book, check it out at your local library.
My name is Chelsea, and I'm reading Nancy Drew in the Slumber Party Secret. Crackers and apple juice. Then she went to the family room in the basement. The girls ate at the big oval counter in the kitchen. Nancy tried to think where the party invitations could be. She picked up a cracker and walked around. She looked in the oven, the freezer, the cookie jar, and the broom closet. She looked in every kitchen cabinet and drawer. Then she scratched her head. Is this where you put them last night? Nancy asked. She pointed to the counter, where Rebecca was still eating her snack. Rebecca said. Her mouth was full of crackers. Nancy giggled, so did Rebecca. Tiny cracker crumbs sprayed out of her mouth. That made Nancy really laugh. Rebecca laughed even more. Finally, they stopped laughing. So did Nancy. Now tell me again, Nancy said. Where did you leave the invitations? On the counter by the kitchen door, Rebecca said. That's where I put things of the morning. Nancy looked at the other counter. It was just an ordinary counter, no holes that for the invitations to fall into, no waste magazines for the invitations to get lost in. Where could they have gone? Did you ask your brother or your parents? Nancy asked. Maybe someone mailed them after all. Rebecca shook her head. I asked my dad and mom. They said no. Stupid. Todd said I probably threw them away by accident. Rebecca frowned. You're lucky you don't have a big brother. Nancy knew that Rebecca's 12-year-old brother teased him. If you would like to finish this book, check it out at your local library. Hello, I'm Jacob, and I'm reading the book, The Dog That Stole Football Plays.
The dog was in the window of Pete's pet shop. He was an Airedale with gray fur and white whiskers. "I'm Harry," said the sign that hung from his neck. "Hi, Harry," smiled Mike. "Well, hi, kid. It's about time." Mike started. Had he really heard what he thought he had? The dog opened its mouth and licked its chops. Did you say that?" said Mike. "Sure I did," said Harry. "The dog I've been trying to tune into some kids' mind ever since I've been cooped up in here." You mean that you can read my mind?" Harry barked, "Woof," and sent my thoughts into your head, too. "It's just a gift I've got. Hey, you seem to be 18. How about buying me? I'm only $20. You can raise $20, can't you?" Mike didn't know what to think. He couldn't believe he had met a dog who could read his mind, and to think that the dog could send him mental signals, too. It was crazy, but super. There was only one trouble. He didn't have much money. "Gee, Harry," said Mike, "I sure like to buy you, but I haven't got $20. Tell your father you found a dog that can do handstands, roll over, and every time tell him you've got to own me, but don't tell him we can read each other's minds. That's a secret just between you and me." "Okay," said Mike. He started to leave, then thought of something. "No," said Harry, reading his mind again. I can't talk with any other human. Most dogs, yes, and a few cats. But you're the only kid I've been able to tune my mind in on. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the end of this book, you can check it out at your local library. My name's Cody, and I'm going to read Brown Bear, What Do You See? Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. Children, what do you see? We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a teacher looking at us. That's what we see. Thank you for listening to me read. You can check this out at the local library.
My name's Christina, and I'm gonna read The Light in the Attic. The rock and roll band from The Light in the Attic. If we were a rock and roll band, we'd travel all over the land. We'd play and we sing and we're plenty of things. If we were a rock and roll band, if we were a rock and roll band and we were up on the stand, the people would hear us and love us and cheer for us. Hooray for the rock and roll band. If we were a rock and roll band, then we'd have million fans. We'd giggle and laugh and sign autographs. If we were a rock and roll band. If we were a rock and roll band, the people would all kiss our hands. We'd be millionaires and have extra long hair. If we were a rock and roll band. But we aren't a rock and roll band. We're just 7 kids in the sand with homemade pails, jars, and drums of potato chip cans. Just 7 kids in the sand, talking and waving our hands and dreaming and thinking, oh, wouldn't it be grand if we were a rock and roll band? Something missing from the light in the attic. I remember I put on my socks. I remember I put on my shoes. I remember I put on my tie that was painted and beautiful purples and blue. I remember I put on my coat to look perfectly grand at the dance. Yet I feel there's something missing. I may have forgot. What is it? What is it? Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to finish this book, please check it at the local library.
Hi, my name's Brianna, and the book I'm reading is Little Bear. It is cold. See the snow come down. Little Bear said, Mother Bear, I'm cold. See the snow, I want something to put on. So Mother Bear made something for Little Bear. See, Little Bear, she said, I have something for my little bear. Here it is. Put it on your head. Oh, said Little Bear, it is a hat. Hooray, now I will not be cold. Little Bear went out to play. Here is Little Bear. Oh, said Mother Bear, do you want something? I am cold, said Little Bear. I want something to put on. So Mother Bear made something for Little Bear. See, Little Bear, she said, I have something for my little bear. Put it on. Oh, said Little Bear, it is a coat. Hooray, now I will not be cold. Little Bear went out to play. Here is Little Bear again. Oh, said Mother Bear, do you want something? I am cold, said Little Bear. I want something to put on. So Mother Bear made something again for Little Bear. See, Little Bear, she said, here's something for my little bear. Now, you cannot be cold. Put it on. Oh, said Little Bear, snow pants, hooray! Now I will not be cold. Little Bear went out to play. Here is a Little Bear again. Oh, said Mother Bear, what can you want now? I am cold, said Little Bear. I want something to put on. My little bear, said Mother Bear, you have a hat, you have a coat, you have snow pants. Do you want something? Want a fur coat too? Yes, said Little Bear, I want a fur coat too. Mother Bear took the hat, the coat, and the snow pants. See, said Mother Bear, there is the fur coat. Hooray, said Little Bear. Here, if you want to listen to the last part of the story, you can check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name's Caleb. I'm gonna read Bugs. Ootles, bedbugs, bottleflies, tarantulas the size of pies, with lots and lots of eyes, staring at you bugs. A million maggots in a vase, twice as thick as mayonnaise. A horsefly that's so huge, it neighs, glaring at you bugs. Bugs with pincers, claws, and hair. Bugs much fiercer than a bear. Buggies in your underwear, staring at you bugs. Oh, in your claws they're resting, in your nose they're nesting. There isn't any question, they're infesting your intestine. Yep, and order bugs. There's no way to ignore bugs. So even if you hate them, why not investigate them? Now you may have a hunch. If you bite bugs, they will crunch. This is true, but say, alert, the fat ones sometimes squirt. Perhaps in about those spit bugs you've been pushing, that ain't true. They're great to barbecue. If you want to listen to the rest of this book, you can check it out at your local library.
Homemade boat. This boat that we just built is just fine, and don't try to tell us it's not. The sides and the back are divine. It's the bottom I guess we forgot. Magical eraser. She wouldn't believe this pencil has a magical eraser. She said I was a silly moo. She said I was a liar too. She dared me prove that it was true. So what could I do? I erased her. Fish. The little fish eats the tiny fish. The big fish eats the little fish. So only the biggest fish get fat. Do you know any folks like that? My beard. My beard grows to my toes. I never wears no clothes. I wraps my hair around my bear, and down the road I goes. I went to find the pot of gold that's waiting where the rainbow ends. I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched, and then there it was deep in the grass, under an old and twisty bough. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine at last. What do I search for now? Thank you for listening to me read. You can check this book out at your local library if you want to see how it ends.
My name is Madison, and the book I'm going to read is The True Story of the Three Little Pigs by a wolf. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diets. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed, and I sneezed a great sneeze. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the end of the story, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Molly, and I would like to read Lizzie and her friends. Where is Lizzie? Lizzie's at the house. What is Lizzie doing? Watering our house. Here, where is Penny? Penny's on the ground. What is Penny doing? Rolling all around. Now where is Lizzie with Penny in the tub? Splash and shout, roll it up, dad. Now where is Penny? Turning on the house. And what is Lizzie doing? Watering their clothes. The end. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Jessie, and here's a book called 10 Little Dinosaurs. 10 little dinosaurs bouncing on their bed. The Dilophosaurus fell off and broke his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more boneheads bouncing on the bed. 9 little dinosaurs riding on a bike. Stegosaurus crashed and smashed his spike. The policeman yelled from the top of his trike, no more nut brains riding on a bike. 8 little dinosaurs munching on a move. Tyrannosaurus chomped and broke his tooth. The dentist shouted from his dentist's booth, no more sharp tooths munching on a move. 7 little dinosaurs rafting down the river. Spinosaurus flipped over and went all a-quiver. The lifeguard said with the cold wet shiver, no more silly sails rafting down the river. 6 little dinosaurs jumping off a peak. Our T-Rex dove and tweaked his beak. One called the ranger, and the ranger shrieked, no more featherheads jumping off a peak. 5 little dinosaurs playing down the street. Ankylosaurus yelled a car to beat. He charged the street, squeal, screech, bleat, squeak. No more dino chunks playing in the street.
Four little dinosaurs acting sort of cool. Superstars wore his shades to school. The teacher sighed, why, that's against the rules. No more super lizards acting sort of cool. Three little dinosaurs on a campout. Tyrannosaurus asked, what's a lava tube about? He slid the tube, then blasted out the spout. No more thrill seekers on a campout. Thank you for watching me read. You can listen to, if you want, you can listen to the end of the book at your local library.
Stay.
Hi, my name is Robert, and I'm gonna read a picture for Harold's room. I want a picture to put on my wall, said Harold. He drew a house with his purple crayon. More houses made a little town. It was far away. The town had woods and hills. And it was at the end of a long road. It will look pretty in the moonlight, said Harold, and he stepped up into the picture to draw a moon. He looked down at the houses. I am a giant, he said, but a giant would all scare all the people in town. It is good no one woke up and me, said Harold. Thank you for listening to me read. You can hear the end of this story at your local library.
Hi, my name is Tess. I'm reading Piggy Pie. Grinch the Witch woke up grouchy, grumpy, and very hungry. Her belly grumbled for something delicious, something delightful, something special. But what? It wasn't purple mousetail stew. No, she ate that yesterday for lunch. Maybe some mashed dragon tongue pudding. No, Grinch wasn't in the mood for anything quite that sweet. Perhaps a taste of boiled black buzzard feet. That always made her mouth water. No, not today. Today Grinch wanted something truly tasty, something really yummy, something special, and that could only mean piggy pie. Yes, piggy pie. I can't taste those plump, juicy pink piggies right now, Grinch said, smacking her lips. She hurried to the pantry and pulled down her old hag's cookbook from the top shelf. She picked off a spider, blew off the desk and turned to the secret recipe and page 142. Grinch ran her bony finger with the long green nail down the list of ingredients. 1 olive fly. She checked the pantry shelves. No problem, said Grinch. 2 shakes of a rattlesnake rattle. No problem, said Grinch. 3 belly hairs of a possum. No problem, said Grinch. 8 plump piggies. Problem, Screech. Problem, screeched Grinch. I don't have any pigs. How can I make piggy pie without even one puny pink pig? Grinch pulled her hair. She stomped her feet. She paced the floor. She wanted... Can I finish the sentence? Wanted piggy pie. Thank you for listening to me read. You can check out this book at your local libraries. Hi, my name's Samantha and I'm reading Polar Bear Cat. If I were a polar bear instead of a cat, I would slide on my tummy down hills of snow. I would be colored snow white. I would leap across every gap in the ice. I would watch the beautiful sky at night. I would feast for hours on freshly caught fish. And if ever I became too cold or wet, I would quickly turn back into a cat again. Thank you for listening to me read.
What do you love?
Reading!
Where do you go to school?
Gallantine Elementary School!
And what grade are you in?
2nd grade!
And what do you love?
Reading!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip